Alright, what's going on, everybody? Looks like this is the new starting point lately. So, I was going to say yesterday not a lot going on, but so all the tomatoes all have something going on. So those germinate a lot faster than all the peppers. Not a sign of anything. So, not a lot of nothing interesting. A little dry here, so I need to get around to watering these. And nothing really happening over here. I think, like I said, I think all these are dead. This one, maybe not. These four, definitely something going on, but we'll see what happens. Outside is where all the action's going on today. Obviously, we've talked about these, which are probably dead. This blackberry plant is just growing like crazy. Tons of blossoms. Lots of growth. The blueberry and the mulberry are doing their thing. It's a little leany. It's not like they're super weak. That's just, that's how it's growing. This fig's doing really well. Today's really about the new sets of seed potatoes. I thought they would last a little longer, but they are sprouting like a madman. These did not do so well, and unfortunately the giant crimsons are completely dead. I was actually going to do an update. I saw a video from the Veggie Boys and how they were taking their little tiny tomato transplants, which were long and lanky like this, and how they pulled them out of those little tiny plugs they had and transplanted them into cups this big or bigger. And I learned something, but I learned it too late. So, yeah, too bad, so sad on that. Horseradish is just starting to poke out a little tiny bit, but nothing of great interest. We'll see what happens with this blueberry cutting. It looks a little dry, but I did just cut that last week. I was just out here earlier, so I had to spray for aphids, so that now that it's warming up, the aphids are here. So I used some pre-made spray and spray down all the cabbages, but yeah, so this one's, I won't say it's toast, but yeah, it's really bad. Now it doesn't look as bad as it was because I sprayed it and all the bugs washed down into the gully down there. So cucumbers starting to poke through. Not so much for the divas. There's one over there by the water pipe, but give them a couple more days. It looks drier than it is. It's fairly moist underneath, but I haven't watered yet today, so. And then all the bean plants, they just haven't hit their growth spurt yet. I mean, they're getting up to the bottom of the trellis. Nothing super exciting on the onion and the garlic front. They probably got another month or so, and then can look at picking those. Strawberries are going slow. But what's really cool is you can see all the green. That's all the potatoes out there. So I've got to get out here today and basically about halfway in between, so about this part on the rim, I need to fill these all up with dirt. Now that they are sprouted above, that way any potatoes that form underneath, in the close to the top don't get green. So, but as a reminder, actually I keep forgetting to look up, I don't remember what the name of these were. Anyways, these were red potatoes. I've got the box somewhere, or back in another video. Only 2 sprouted up from this one instead of like 3 or 4, so it's not as full as the other ones, but it is what it is. And then these 2 are the Yukons. I'm sorry. Yeah, these are the Yukons. Yukons from Gurney's. Nothing happening with these Kennebecs yet, but the red Pontiac is starting to poke through. There's a little tiny one I was out here picking earlier. Focus. And then the other Yukons. So as a reminder, these were planted at the same time those were. I just didn't have, well, I had buckets, but I didn't want to use up more buckets, so I put a bunch of plants in here. So same issue, got to bring the dirt level up. This is the Walmart lime, as I like to call it. Fair amount of blossoms. We'll see how many of these stick around. See if I can zoom in a little bit, see if it stays focused. So lots of baby limes if they continue to hang out. I mean, there's little ones all over the place, so we'll see what happens. And then there was a metric buttload on this one, so we'll see what lives and what doesn't. Honeycrisp still doing its thing, lots of leaves coming out. Hopefully some blossoms soon. And then whatever flavor of apple that this was, lots of blossoms coming out. So kind of small on the leaves. Come on, focus. It's focusing on the pipe below it. That's funny. Anyway, so obviously not dead. I guess the other cool part about today is looking at, this is the nursery lime, which this was bought at the same time that the lemon was. This is starting to get some blossoms. So we got blossoms here. Boy, the autofocus is really bad today. Lots of new growth. And that's really bad. It's focusing on the leaf and not where I'm telling it to. Anyways, so a lot of promise for this plant. And then the star of the show, I guess we'll call it, is the lemon. It's got blossoms everywhere. This long branch goes all the way down to the bottom. It was leaning, so I had to throw a zip tie in there just to kind of hold it up. If this plant was a little older, I'd try to air layer that, but I guess I could do that as well, because I mean that's going to fall over. There's nothing else to support it, so it probably needs to be air layered out of there. But it goes all the way down to here and kind of twists. So I'd have to get in there and build the layer, probably build it in here where I can get at it. But anyways, lots of blossoms. Little brown spots there, that's a little bit weird, but I think it's fine. Here's the two true new lemons. And then this one I've just been letting hang out like I've talked about, so. Granny Smith's doing well. No blossoms yet. Probably not too far off. And then the Walmart lemon. Not really tall, but lots of blossoms. And last but not least, the raspberry row back here where, you know, these plants were really sad with the heat. Then I bought two more. They didn't do real well, but, you know, they said they'd come back, so they did. So, other than that, that's it for the jungle this week. I've got to get to, let's talk about the potatoes, just lickety split. So, got a bunch of seed potatoes, which I was hoping that these would have lasted a little longer in the garage in the cool weather, but they are just sprouting like mad, so they go in buckets today. Oh, so these would have been the same. No, these are different because I got these at the grocery store. The other seed potatoes out here, I'd gotten these from Home Depot. So they may be the same red ones. But anyways, 2 Kennebecks, 1 Yukon, and 1 red Norland. They're going into buckets. So I already got done drilling holes. Put 1 in the center. 5-ish. Guess you could put 6. Good enough for a bucket. Get these going, and that'll do it for this week. Thanks for watching.